Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Go Get 'em Sports Live. I'm your host, Adam Danis. My co-host, Shane Williamson's here with me today. Right next to me, in-person show today. Today we got, of course, NFL Week 4. You guys are going to get our best bets right here, right now on Go Get 'em Sports Live. Before we start today, I'd like to remind you guys of our two awesome sponsors. Our first sponsor being, of course, PickCity.com, where they have a pick for you in every game, every league. They have you covered at PickCity.com. Our second sponsor is, of course, my boy Wager Attack. Hit him up on Twitter or Instagram and tell him Go Get 'em sent you. You get 125% free play bonus on top of your original deposit and a free bottle of wine sent to your door from both of us. All right, I got my boy Shane Williamson here. Going to talk about some Week 4 NFL. What's up, Shane?
This week is so goofy. A lot of these games are boring.
This is a heavy teaser week, heavy parlay week, as we know. Week 4 is usually like that. Heavy favorites, -6.5 favorites, 7-point favorites. Got the Bills at -17 right now, so that's a pretty big, hefty favorite. We'll jump right into it right now. We're gonna start off with the Titans and Jets game. Titans are 7-point favorites right now, I believe.
Down to 6.
Down to 6 this morning with the two injuries: Julio Jones, Antonio Brown. AJ Brown. Sorry. What do you see today, buddy?
Jets suck. It's about it.
Probably some complete domination from Derrick Henry today. I expect him to get 30-plus carries, probably. How many touchdowns he gets today?
One.
Just one.
I see some play action. I think they're going to stack the box even more now with them not having either of their two best receivers. So some scrub receivers probably going to go off, like Chester Rogers.
Possibly. I think Henry runs the ball pretty heavy in the first half. Maybe they take him out in the second half if they're up huge to try to save him for next week or just save him from injury in general. But I don't know. I don't see Jets covering today. I don't see Jets I maybe put up points second half because the Titans defense is still suspect. Zach Wilson maybe shows up a little bit today. Maybe he doesn't throw a pick, but I still think he does. It's just a bad team in general. No protection whatsoever. Becton's still out, I believe. Yep, left tackle still out. So it's gonna be a rough game for the Jets, just like any other game this year. But I think Titans get the W. Maybe cover. I'm leaning towards Titans covering, but that 6-7 point spread scares me a little bit. It should be a little bit more. I think 10 points should be the spread today. So it's a little shaky. Next game we got Lions at the Bears. Snooze fest field goal game today. Anything to say about this game?
Lions are going to win.
I think Lions go into Chicago and win today.
Yep.
Okay. Justin Fields obviously looked pretty shitty his first week out as a starter. I think he had a total of like 40 yards of offense.
Less than that.
He
had like 20-something passing yards.
So it didn't look good. His first week out there as a starter. I don't expect to see too much from him today. I think Matt Nagy could be done after today.
Should have been done last season.
So he could be done today. I think Lions win. I think Lions is a better team. They've hung with some teams in the first half. Didn't put up any points against the Packers second half. I think they can still they could probably win this game by 10+ today. Even though it's a pick'em game.
If the Bears were playing Nick Foles, they'd win this game.
Really?
Yep.
Hot take from Shane Williamson. If Nick Foles is playing today, the Bears win the game.
Yep.
But they're not. They're starting Justin Fields today and against Jared Goff. And I think we're both going with just a better quarterback here. So moving on. Colts at the Dolphins. Another snooze fest for me. Colts look to not start out 0-4 for the first time in probably a long time. Probably since Peyton left. Dolphins obviously still without Tua. He's probably out for 2 or 3 weeks with some injury problems. They got Jacoby Brissett throwing the ball today. What do you see?
Game, dude. That's a big revenge game to Jacoby Brissett.
You think Brissett pulls it out today?
Absolutely not. I'm taking the Colts.
So Shane doubles down and says the revenge game for Jacoby Brissett, and then comes back and says that he will lose today. So
I didn't say he was going to win the revenge game. I just said it was a revenge game.
So he sees the Colts coming in and not going 0-4. I think it's a tough game for the Colts today. Going in Miami, 0-3.
For both.
I don't know. I think Miami could pull this out today. I'm gonna go with Miami. I'm going home team. Brian Flores had a full week to get ready for this Colts team, who not really much to prepare for right now.
Jonathan Taylor has his first good game of the season.
Possibly, but I don't think Jonathan winning the game.
The Dolphins cannot defend the run to save their life.
They will today. So I'm picking the Dolphins. Probably the money line. I'm not laying the points. What's it, 4.5?
2.5.
2.5. I'll just take the money line straight up. Next game, interesting game today. Browns at the Vikings. Shane, you're pretty high in the Vikings.
I'm never gonna stop talking about these Vikings. They should be undefeated right now. I think they win again today. Baker Mayfield is nothing to write home about. That's all I really gotta say. They're playing Chubb like less and less and playing on more and more. So I feel like that's hurting their offense because Chubb is arguably the best like pure runner of the football in the league. He's at least up there in the conversation.
Yeah, I think Vikings offense is rolling right now. They went down to the Seahawks early last game, pulled it out, put it right up the Seahawks' ass basically last week. Kirk Cousins is top 5 MVP race right now. Top 3,
5,
top 5. No picks so far, which I don't think changes today. I don't think he gets picked off by Seahawks in that secondary. I think Vikings rolled today. I think Vikings scored pretty quickly in the first half. Probably up, 20-14, 20-17 in the first half. And I think they roll second half as well with Dalvin Cook back today. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt again. I hate when these guys get hurt. It's terrible for the league.
They're not going to give him a full workload today.
We're
going to see more Madison than we'd usually see if Cook's in the lineup.
Especially if they get up big in the second half.
Yeah.
The problem with the Browns is if they drop 2-2, this division is wide open. You got the Bengals at 3-1. They already beat the Jaguars this week. You got the Ravens playing the Broncos this week, if you and I disagree on, but we'll talk about that. And then the Browns go 2-2 to start the year, which is not great for this Browns team.
I mean, the Browns haven't looked impressive this year.
Really, yeah.
They beat the Bears, who fucking stink, and I can't even remember who they played week 2, but I'm pretty sure it's another stinker.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'm looking it up.
So Browns possibly could start 2-2. I think it's probably the best game at 1 o'clock.
Nah. I'll say what the best game is when it actually comes
up. Moving on.
Oh, they beat the Texans week 2 by 10.
Boy.
By 10 when Davis Mills came
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, unimpressive.
Next game, we got the Washington football team at the Atlanta Falcons. Another snooze fest of a game today. Shane and I both agree on that one.
Just take Washington money line. And move on.
Shane's taking Washington. I'm gonna take Washington as well. This Atlanta team is pretty dreadful on defense. I think
Washington's defense will play its first good game of the season.
I agree. Matt Ryan just looks frustrated.
He just looks garbage.
He looks frustrated. No O-line.
Josh Rosen on that team? I think so.
No O-line. Kyle Pitts has done nothing to start the year.
He's getting tired of it.
He ain't catching the ball. Calvin Ridley's being Calvin Ridley. He'll be consistent throughout the year, but this team is just not. I think it's time to get Matt Ryan out of there.
Yeah, they're like in the same situation the Steelers are with Big Ben. They both.
But Matt Ryan's better than Big Ben right now.
That's not a good thing.
I know, but I'm thinking Washington as well. I think Heineke could have a good game today. I think Gibson could run the ball pretty heavy today. McLaurin probably gonna go off today. Who's guarding McLaurin? Nobody.
AJ Terrell's playing well.
Yeah.
I could see Curtis Samuel going. This is his first game.
Or Logan Thomas.
Yeah. It's Curtis Samuel off the IR today, and they signed him for agency to be a key playmaker for him.
Yeah. If you guys need some fantasy help, like we just talked about for picks today, hit us up at Let's Get 'Em Free for our free account. Shane posts stack 'em picks and daily fantasy advice for every week in the NFL, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Hit us up, give us a follow. He'll be out there shortly. Next game, Texans at the Bills.
All right, controversial here. Even at this line at 17.5, I'm taking the Bills.
Oh boy. I can't really blame you just because you saw how bad Davis Mills was last week against the Panthers defense. Bills defense probably right up there with the Panthers par.
It ranks like top 10 in
Yeah.
pass and run.
Josh Allen, was in for 5 touchdowns last week. Does do it again this week?
No, because I think they're gonna pull him like
I think so.
mid-third
Mitch
quarter.
Trubisky game today.
Little Mitch
Little
Trubisky
Mitchell.
action.
So I think Josh Allen's a great first half. Probably 2 or 3 touchdowns first half.
I could see them running the ball a lot more than usual today.
Yeah, of
they
course.
never run the ball, but I could see them running.
Of course, but at home, I think they covered today. Went by 3 touchdowns easily today. At home, that crowd's gonna be wilding. Davis Mills, yeah, Davis Mills walking in the Buffalo with that 17-point spread up his ass. I don't think that really helps him much either.
Did you see the wedding proposal for someone from Buffalo? Like they've had balloons underneath the table, and they like jumped and went through the table, and that's the Bills.
Yeah,
thing,
Bills Mafia. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the balloons popped like the color of the gender of the baby.
Nice. So they'll be wilding. I think Bills covered today. You could tease them down to 10.5 like someone did.
No, I got him at 9.5. Actually.
Oh, Shane got him at 9.5. Tease him down at 9.5. That looks like a winner, Shane.
Winner.
Next game. It's kind of a sore subject for my boy Shane Williams right here. Giants go to New Orleans. First game back in New Orleans for the Saints after the hurricane, after the little fire incident on the roof, which no one wants to talk about how that even started. Any chance Giants win today?
If Jason Garrett is calling plays, absolutely not.
Okay, so Shane himself, the Giants fan.
I have money on the Saints, and I'm a Giants fan.
So that just shows Shane's confidence in his team. I don't really blame him. I think the Saints roll today after a huge momentum win last week in New England, coming into New England against Bill and ripping him a new asshole, basically. Sean Payton outcoached him. They outplayed on both sides of the ball. Jameis still doesn't impress me. No. But he's like Mez right now.
He's got plus money to throw a pick today. I put that as a free play.
He's a little Mez. He's probably, I'm like 60-40, I think, right now.
This is just going to be Kamara up the fucking...
Yeah, probably.
The Keister.
Low scoring game?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Low scoring game for these two guys today.
Giants without Slayton and Shepard.
Sheesh.
Little John
And
Ross.
Ingram will get hurt during the game at some point.
That's messed up.
He will.
He just got back.
It's just bound to happen, though.
Little John Ross action.
So Saints probably cover today. 7-point spread. Tease them down to -1 if you want. They're 2-team teaser.
Yeah, a little 2-team teaser.
But yeah, the Saints roll today, I think, at home. First game at home after the hurricane. They need to win this game for the city. If they don't, they're going to be in some trouble. Next game, Chiefs at the Eagles.
All right, we're going to get some tough shit for what we're about to say.
So, are you touching this Chiefs game today?
I mean, I did.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Tickled your fancy?
I
know the Chiefs aren't going to lose 3 straight, but I have just no confidence in this team right now. No confidence in this defense, and we're going to tell you why right now.
First off, you never take a Chiefs spread, and I tease the Chiefs spread. So that just shows you what mindset I'm in right now. But Chiefs cannot defend anything to save their fucking life. They let every team score close to 30 on them. Jalen Hurts is probably gonna fucking rush for 100+ and then throw for 270 and 2 or 3 touchdowns. Chiefs, if you don't win today, I'm gonna say it right now, you are no longer a top 10 team in the league.
Oh boy.
I will put that in stone right now. They are not a top 10.
Wow.
If they start off 1-3 out of the top 10.
I somewhat agree with you.
And they will not win the division.
Some hot takes going on right here, Shane.
I'm being honest. They lost against the Ravens where they should have won. They lost against the Chargers where they should have won. They have a problem turning the ball over and they can't finish games right now. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? The fucking Giants can't finish games. You know what the Giants have? A shitty record. You know what the Chiefs might have if they can't learn to finish games? A shitty record.
So I think big game for Andy Reid, big game for Pat Mahomes, probably his biggest game of his career.
Okay, I'm not gonna
in regular season.
I was about to say I'm not putting this over.
No, obviously not Super Bowl, but most pressure.
Probably Andy Reid going back to Philly too.
He needs to win today. I think Chiefs get it done. Do I think they cover? Absolutely not.
Well, that's why I got
1-10-1 last 12
got them down to like
ATS.
-1.
Panthers at the Cowboys trap game alert?
This is the game. This is the game.
Really?
The Wapak. Yes.
Panthers travel to Dallas without CMC. Obviously, he's out for a couple weeks on a hamstring. Spreads what?
Short or Panthers +4.
Panthers +4. I'm just riding Cowboys money line right here. I'm not taking the points.
Yeah.
I'm not messing around the points. Cowboys are rolling right now. Probably the top 3 team in the NFC.
No. So wait, so you'd have them above one of the Cardinals, Rams, Packers. Shut up, dog!
One of, yes.
You better watch your mouth. You're gonna say the Packers.
They're better than the Cardinals. I think they're right there with the Cardinals.
Wow.
I do.
Oh, and the Bucks.
Top 4 team in the league. In the NFC.
Mm.
I think the Cowboys continue to roll today. The only thing that scares me is this Panthers defense is somewhat pretty good.
Yeah, they got a couple injuries though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And they're going to Dallas.
Henderson's first game with them.
27-23 final.
Dallas.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Which is why the line is scary because it's 4.
Yeah, 4-point spreads, 3-point spreads kind of scares me. I try to stay away. Another great game. Seahawks at the Niners.
Seahawks my line.
Now, before you get into that, you're basically picking between the Niners losing 2 straight at home to 2 pretty good teams, or do you think the Seahawks start out 1-3? What's a better chance? I think the better option is Seahawks. Plus money, correct?
+2.5.
+2.5 with the points. Make it +3. Or just grow a pair and take the money line at plus money.
Seahawks my line.
I think, yeah, I'm rolling with Seahawks today. I don't think they start 1-3. I think this division is gonna be tight throughout the year.
Take the over. It's at 52. Yeah, take the over. Both defenses stink. And I think we get like a 4-tutty day out of Russell Wilson. Metcalf.
Really?
Who's guarding Metcalf?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Who's guarding Lockett?
He's so inconsistent.
Still, who's guarding him?
Anybody? I don't know.
Nobody.
Well, like anybody that says Tyler Lockett's like an amazing receiver, like top 10, top 15, because he went off the first 2 weeks, needs to like
check
learn.
themselves.
Like if you look at his like game by game stats, it's literally like 4 catches for like 100-something yards and a touchdown, and then he'll have like 2 for 23 for like the next like 4 weeks.
Definitely suspect. Yeah, I think
Mike Williams used to be.
Yeah, before he turned into Mike Thomas.
Mike Williams, you mean? I'm talking about Mike Williams.
Before he turned into Michael Thomas.
Okay.
Next game on the slate, another great game, another division rivalry. Cardinals visit the Rams. 4.5-point spread again. Like I said, I hate these 4.5-point spreads.
Take the Rams money line. Take the under. Move on. I don't like this Cardinals team. Last year, I was all over the Cardinals team because one, not a lot of people were on them, and B, I thought that they could compete in a lot of games. They could still compete in a lot of games this season, but they are becoming the most overhyped team in the league. They are what the Browns were last year. Everybody was all over the Browns.
Yeah, they haven't really played too many good opponents yet this year. This should be the first test visiting the Rams. I just don't see the Cardinals coming in here whooping their ass today. So,
they're the best team in football. They're gonna stay the best team in football.
Okay, Shane Williamson says it how it is.
Laying down the law.
Laying down the word. Rams money line is the play for us today with the under. Steelers at the Packers. I don't think there's much to say here.
We're getting the grade A Aaron Rodgers game we've been waiting for all season. We're getting 300+ yards, 4 tutties. This Steeler defense stinks. I don't care if TJ Watt's back. Who is guarding Devontae Adams? Devontae Adams is going to have 15 catches, 210 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Wow. So is he playing fantasy?
Absolutely. I have him in literally everything.
Obviously, the Steelers team is going down the drain pretty fast here. Big Ben's old. O-line's terrible.
Worst O-line in football.
No run game still with Najee because the O-line's just so bad. It's basically the last year's team with the worst O-line, basically.
You think that Najee Harris gets 19 targets out of the backfield again in the passing game?
No.
Good, because there's some people that think that's.
I think they're going to be down pretty big the whole game, which could lead them to pass the ball more. But Packers are not losing this game today. 6.5 point spread. Lay the 6.5. All right.
Yeah, or you can do like a 2-team teaser and
Would
get
you
them down to
Would you lay the 6.5?
Yeah, take the 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. 7 point game by the Packers. Absolutely.
Down to 6 now in some books.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Packers roll today. Easy 6 point game.
Lambeau.
Yeah, in Lambeau too. Ravens at the Broncos.
All right, are we gonna fucking fight during this segment or what, dude? I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't bet. There's one dude you can't bet against. There's one. When it comes to spreads,
Yeah, it's called Tom Brady.
No, I'm talking about spreads.
There's no spreads today. It's pick 'em.
I mean, actually, in the book that we use, Denver's -1. So let's like.
So basically a pick 'em game.
Well, guess what? There's still a spread involved, isn't there, bud? You don't bet against Teddy Bridgewater. You don't. He's the covering machine. You know who's the number 2 covering machine? He's injured right now. You know who it is? Tyrod Taylor. These scrawny, short quarterbacks are the covering machine.
I don't know. I think I like how Lamar's playing right now, even though he hurt his back in that fucking idiot ass backflip or whatever he did.
All right. You hear me out here. You could say the Broncos played like nobody, right? They haven't played a team that's won a game. Realistically, that could be what happened this week when they played the Ravens, because the Ravens could arguably beat and not have a win. If Clyde Edwards-Helaire doesn't fumble, they lose that game. If Justin Tucker doesn't make a 66-yard field goal, they lose that game against the Lions. 0-3 heading into this game. This offense is nothing to write home about. Well, they can run the ball. Guess what? Broncos are good at stopping run, so that's tough. Lamar's hurt, so he's probably not going to be running as much. Double tough. Teddy Bridgewater is a goon. That's all I got to say.
It's basically changed all over the Broncos. I'm 50-50 right now.
Like 92% of the money and stuff is on the Ravens. Because people don't believe the Broncos because they haven't played a team that's won a game.
Toughie. Probably the toughest game to pick this week for me. I think I'm just too fixed on this Ravens team right now. I watched them play probably every week this week, and I like how they play. I like their offense. But I'm gonna stay away today. I'm not really into this game much, betting wise. I think
Did you put my car in the garage?
He did.
Did you ask him to, or did he drive it?
No, he drove. I told him. I said, take it out. I wanted to see what he thought of the alignment and stuff. Oh, it better be clean because I cleaned it for you. It was clean, wasn't it?
And they cleaned it too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but the inside's clean.
Oh, Mac Jones.
No.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is not there yet. If the Bucs lose this game, what's that say about Patriots? Tom Brady's legacy.
I mean, everybody's just gonna say that Bill made Tom. That's what everybody's gonna say, even though he just won the Super Bowl the first year without him.
Yeah. So I think Bucs roll today. I don't see too many options of how the Patriots win this game today. Mac Jones just isn't there yet to compete with Tom. This Pat Stevens could give Tom a little bit of trouble early, but I think they'll figure it out in the second half. I lean the under here.
Probably because the Patriots aren't going to be able to score points.
Correct. Lean the under in the Bucs with the points. You could probably tease it down to 1 and make the under, was it 57?
Something like that.
Something like that. So, next game, final game of the slate. Monday Night Football, the Raiders visit the Chargers. Justin Herbert coming off probably the biggest win of his career. Chiefs, correct? Went they home? Beat his probably his rival, Pat Mahomes. What do you think of this game?
This Raiders hype is gonna finally get shut down.
I agree.
Chargers. gonna cement themselves as a top 10 team. And Herbert entering back into MVP conversation.
Ooh. How many touchdowns of Herbert today? 2 plus?
Tomorrow, actually.
Sorry, tomorrow. 2 plus?
Yeah.
2 or more? Yeah, I think Chargers roll today. I'm not a huge fan of this Raiders secondary. I think Allen and Mike Williams could have a day Monday night. Their front seven is decent. They've been playing pretty tough the first 3 games of the year, but I think Eckler could find some holes as well. The Raiders' offense, again, doesn't scare me too much. Derek Carr has had some lopsided numbers because he's played some shitty defenses so far.
Almost blew it to Jacoby Brissett last week.
Correct.
Taking him into overtime.
So I'm not really high on Derek Carr still. I think he's an average quarterback at best. So I'm taking the Chargers here at home in prime time. Herbert's gonna show up today and show everybody that he's the real deal. I mean, everyone knows he's the real deal, but I think he takes it on another level tonight or Monday night. I think Chargers roll. What's your favorite prop this week?
Favorite prop? Aaron Rodgers over 257 passing. Are you kidding me?
257.
257.
That's pretty goddamn low.
Yeah, and
Are you worried about them getting to a lead and running the ball with Aaron Jones?
I mean, they're gonna have to get the point somehow. I think he's gonna just swing the rod. 257 is a pretty low number for Aaron Rodgers.
I agree. 100% agree. All right, that's gonna do it for us today. We're heading to the new Mohegan Sun Sportsbook down here in Connecticut. We kick some ass today or what?
Dude, all we do is make bread, so I don't know
Damn right.
what you're getting at here.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Next week, Sunday, same time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have a full slate for Week 5. Our best bets. You know what the deal is. We'll catch you next week. Shane?
Yeah, Giants just fucking stink.
Giants suck. Go Saints. See you guys later.